What's up, y'all? What's up?
Holy shit. That is the craziest intro to What am I looking at right now?
Dude, that out, brother.
I've never listened to that song from start to finish, and holy shit. Am I allowed to curse? Is this a family show? What is this? Can I?
Yeah, man, right up. Fucking A, dude.
What in the absolute fuck? That song goes hard. That's the best fucking intro song in Solana. Fuck Solana, crypto. Let's fucking go. That was crazy. It was nuts.
Hell yeah, man.
We're always jamming backstage with the air guitar.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if you saw me, but I was like, oh yeah. Like I was laughing because it was just delightful. That's amazing. Yeah. But sorry guys. Didn't mean to screw up your intro.
Nah, man, you're all good, brother. Thank you for coming on, man. It's such a pleasure to have you here with us today. You honor us. This is badass. I got to meet you for the first time in person in New York last year at Accelerate.
Yes. Right. And
I mean, that was such a trip for me because, it was like I walk up to the Sanctum booth and like, there you are. And you were like, bro. And I was like, me? It was just like, I mean, your energy, what you put out there is just absolutely amazing. And, it's so cool. And,
Heavy, I think that you always get back what you put out. In some way, shape, or form. Some people call it karma. I mean, it goes by a lot of different names, but I mean, I'm just giving you what you give to the world. So, I mean, it's really not that crazy, bro.
It's all good, dude. It's all good. Oh, shoot, man. Let's see what's going on here. We've got such a lot going on today. Action-packed show. So much info. So first thing, you've been a lot involved in a lot of stuff out there. Like, man, you've been with Sanctum for quite a while.
Right? Yeah. Just over a year. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's actually how we met. I came on there, did a kind of like a talk about LPing, with you guys. And that was super cool. Is there anything like, I guess you're kind of like backed away from that a little bit, or?
Yeah. So to a fault, I have a lot of interests that works in my favor and not in my favor, case by case. And so like at any given moment, I've been known to work on like literally 3 things at the same time. So towards the end of last year, I was working on institutional BD for Sanctum, helping to attract more stake, specifically from our Asian clientele. And then I was also running a conference called Stable Future, which was Solana's first stablecoin specific conference meant for allocators as well as protocols and institutions to all meet in a single space and accelerate Solana stablecoin adoption. And also I was working on the Soul Brothers podcast. But in 2026, I had a bit of an epiphany, which is that I need to focus more. And certainly I can do all the things, but like I can't do them all well. And so that's been a huge learning for me, learning where my limitations are. I'm a person, like I can't do everything well. And so like, yes, I'm more in an advisory role for Sanctum, but I am still referring to myself as a chief vibes officer as long as they don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, no, man, that's like awesome. And I mean, Sanctum has become so huge, in the space. What was it, like number 3 protocol or something like that? It's up there.
Yeah. I mean, like I don't want to take any credit for this, but like when I first joined the I think total stake through Sanctum with its partners like Jupiter and hopefully we can do something with you guys. There's something I know there's something cooking right there with Soju and FP, and I can't wait for that to come out. But when I joined, it was like around 7-8 million stake, and now it's over 15. And so the team also scaled very significantly in my time there. It was about 8 folks, and now it's it's not a huge team. They very much believe in keeping it small and tight. But yeah, it grew quite substantially in my time there as well. So it's great to see Sanctum do so well.
Yeah, for real. And I remember like whenever y'all first came out and were just doing like that season 1, and there was like this treasure hunt, like you were trying to figure out like what to
Wonderland.
do. And I mean, I was looking at that and I'm like, how the hell does anybody figure, like, it was like weaponized autism, just figure out like how like, what's the answer to this? I'm like, fuck, dude, I must be stupid because I cannot figure this out.
That was before my time. I don't want to take any credit there either. That back then it was only the co-founders on the team, and one thing that sets Sanctum apart, and I think why Wonderland worked, that campaign, is two things. FP is, I don't want to use the word visionary because it sounds like I'm sucking his but really he thinks very differently, and two, one of the founders is a designer, and that actually really matters, because when you have someone who's not just an afterthought but actually a core part of how decisions are made, there's this design first principles thinking that informs your products. And if you really think about what Wonderland was, it makes no sense. Its success is completely improbable. And it only worked in that specific snapshot in time. I am not convinced that Wonderland would work today, because Wonderland was released right in the middle of peak, like, kind of points farming season, like back when that was the meta. And nobody had done it like Sanctum had did it, which was this gamified, for lack of a better word, Pokemon experience, where, like, if you were to buy LSTs, then you earn points that would get you the cloud airdrop. And again, like, that's just not where the meta is today, so I'm not convinced that would work. But at that time, it was lightning in a bottle, and to Sanctum's great credit, they were able to make something that, as criminally unsexy as liquid staking tokens, very sexy and fun. And it was thousands of people on the timeline bull posting their pet evolutions, which is like, yeah, I mean, if you try to explain this to a normal person, they're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, for real. Yeah, for real. I mean, and I got in, dude. It got sucked me in. I'm like, oh, I got to get more. And oh, shit, I don't have this pet. Let me get that. Let me level that up. And then I'm like telling my buddy, I'm like, hey, dude, use my referral, whatever, tie him in, get me some cupcakes. And, like, fucking, I was playing the game too, dude. Playing the game. Yeah. Did you get into that, Crime? Did you see that? You know what we're talking about? The Sanctum season 1. Yeah, dude. It was like,
I saw like whispers of it, but I never got into it.
I mean, to me, it was like brilliant, because like it was like exposing you to all these new liquid staking tokens. Just like, oh, this stuff out here, or like, here's one. Here's what their goal they're after. All these things, but like, it all tied back into INF and everything. But it was really cool. It was a lot of fun.
So I mean, if we could just, oh, sorry, what's up, Craig?
No, you're good.
I just want to ask, like,
I had an additional thought.
Yeah, I'm going to change the topic completely. So you got anything you wanted to ask or say? Yeah.
No. I was gonna ask. We normally like don't ask people, but when you're ready, just like if you could give kind of like a simplified like introduction to how you got into crypto. I know it can be like a really long story sometimes, but like how you got into crypto, like how you got to where you are now, or kind of when the podcast started. I know that's going to be like a longer story, so if you want to save it, no worries.
We can make it short. Yeah, it's not that interesting. So I'll preface this by saying that, like, I'm definitely not a part of Solana, like, Gen 1 or Gen 0 founders. Like, I do kind of think of Solana in that way with people in the space. Like, it's not that it matters how long you've been here. Everyone is welcome, and that's what's so beautiful about Solana specifically. But like, I consider myself kind of more like Gen 2 or Gen 3 founders. Like, I came post FTX, and in fact, I had spent 8 years working in consumer electronics. I worked over at Samsung Electronics in their HQ over in Korea. Then I tried my hand at 2 different startups, both of which failed. And then one of my former co-founders from the previous endeavor had found his way to Solana. And back then, like, I didn't even know the difference between L1, L2, like, what is a stable coin? Like, there was so much I didn't know, but my co-founder had sold me this idea that, because we were reading a lot of Ray Dalio's literature at the time, and if you know anything about what Ray Dalio writes about, he always talks about the devaluation of the US dollar and how structurally at some point the American century is going to end. It started with World War II, and now we're nearing the end of that century. And this just historically has been true for any empire, right? And America technically is not an empire, but functionally it is, right? Because we control so much of the petrodollar, our military, our intelligence capabilities. And so like, but what you'll see, and this is a little unprecedented, but we've never quite had a situation where a country has had such a strong military and a grip on the world, but also is facing a very clear debt crisis. And so what happens in 10, 20 years is anyone's guess. But we launched, I won't belabor the point, but I said I was going to make this short, motherfucker. But I was working on a yield-bearing stablecoin. That endeavor also failed. And then I made my way to Sanctum. Just to answer your question very directly, I got in through the events, right? Like I went to my first Solana hacker houses, and I've been to a lot of conferences, Money 2020, as well as like consumer electronics shows, and I have never ever seen energy like what I saw in Solana. And this is post FTX, like 2 months after. And I was amazed that people are still building here. This is nuts. I had completely written off Solana. I was like, this is like, what the hell is this? It's like this, the crime chain. This is like the Sam Friedman chain. And it's just so much different when you meet the people. And it really just boils down to that, right? If you meet talented, interesting, passionate people, it really just changes your mental framing of anything. And so that's as succinctly as I can put it, how I got into Solana. It was through the events.
Right on. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. You've been everywhere, man. But I'm noticing that you're wearing that that Solana pin, that exclusive, bro.
Yeah,
dude, that is so gangster. By KRZ, dude, he made that. I got the special Meteora one. That he made. Like, there's only a couple of these. Like, he made a ton of Jupiter ones and handed those out, but they made this for me, and that was like, I love it, so I always got to wear it.
But I think I realized why crime looks so familiar to me. Were you at Met Dobby?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I met you at your booth. I don't know if you remember this interaction, but like we spoke very, very briefly. My wife wears your guys' shirt every single night. It's her favorite piece of merch. It's like I'm actually not saying this to stroke your ego or anything. I'm like literally I've given her. I traveled to 26 countries last year. I went to literally every single conference you could imagine. I bring back tons and tons and tons of merch to my wife. And she doesn't wear any of that shit, right? But the one shirt that she does wear is that fucking shirt.
That's badass, dude. I love it, man.
Dude, it's a sick piece of merch. It was very well designed. Also, the that kind of like washed denim look. I'm sorry to nerd out about merch, but it's like it's very good. And even like even KRZ met him through the Catlin Per, right? So like the picture I'm trying to paint here for people who are here is that like the meeting people IRL is the cheat code. You meet them IRL, and then like merch is just a cultural artifact that communicates a value set to people. But it's so important to do all these touch points so well. And so like meeting KRZ and like seeing his proof of work with the Jupiter pendants is what inspired this one. All credit goes to him, of course. And you know, over at MCG, like your booth the experience was very, very good. I remember that the activation there was very compelling. And you guys had a bunch of stuff too. It wasn't just the shirts. It was like, take your pick. What would you like? We have a lot of stuff. Like that is doing it well and like putting the real thought into the details that really make or break. Is this a good activation or a bad activation? So kudos to you, man. And I was trying to think like, why the fuck does crime look so familiar? I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, bro, I mean, and you know, you said something was like getting to meet these people in real life, and it builds that connection. I mean, really, that's kind of like how we, you know, got closer, built better connection. And you know, I got to visit the Solana offices there in New York. You know, and I got to meet your brother Simon, and you know, he's an absolute fucking unit. And like homie called me big, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? You know, I mean, but I mean, he's such a cool guy, and he was like, and I wouldn't have had that, you know, started to build that relationship if I not got to meet him in real life.
You know what? We were actually talking about you guys earlier, and what he wants to do, and I really think you guys should. I mean, I'm requesting that you guys like carve out some time so that we can do a gym series with you guys, like live in the gym, and like
we want to do it.
Like we'll prep like the interview questions and like kind of figure out what the bits are and what the angles are and like how do we make it go viral. But like there's something there, like even Toli and Raj they lift, right? So actually a surprising amount of the core Solana devs lift. It's so bizarre to me. It's like a weird subculture that they have, but like I think it kind of it speaks to our identity here, and it'd be great to get you guys in the gym. And I should probably my fat ass probably.
Hey man, yeah, dude. I mean, just absolutely buff. Crime lifts. And it's like some people talk about. There's like people who talk about just like, oh, there's crypto bros. They live in their basement. They're scrawny. They don't lift. I can't tell you like how many that I have met that like, bro, they are in the gym, and whether it's like bodybuilders or whatever, like they're rock climbing, they're active. I mean, we went to met Dobby. Like, there's this one guy. He's from Britain. Like, he went out and rode his bike. Like, he got up like stupid early, and I don't know. He rode his bike for like 20 miles or some shit. Just for fun. Yeah. Like out in the desert. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? But yeah, it's like, and to me, it's just like, it's totally, like taking care of yourself. And, of course, I LP in the gym. We live that lifestyle. LP anywhere, everywhere, and that's what we do. And I mean, shit, dude, like when Met Token was launching, I was doing like stupid ass super DJing videos, just like it's just like me lifting in the gym, and promoting Matt, and this is just fun, man.
Yeah. How's your guys' days been so far? I think over in the US, y'all are should be about what, 2 p.m., 3 p.m. around there ish.
10 a.m. for me.
It's 11.
Oh shit!
Where are you?
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm currently in Kuala Lumpur. Actually, nice. I'll be in the Jupiter offices tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool, man.
I'm jealous.
Kick ass.
Yeah, fly out to Asia, man.
Dude, I love Kuala Lumpur, man. It was so amazing.
Yeah. Have you ever been out to Asia?
No. The only international place I've ever been was Abu Dhabi this year.
Oh, that's okay. First of all, great stroke of fortune for you, because nobody's going there for the foreseeable future until that situation figures itself out.
Right.
So not a bad place to have visited. But two, we got to get you out to Asia, man. Like we're gonna blow your motherfucking mind.
I'm ready.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like we went to I went to Jakarta before coming to Kuala Lumpur, because our Indonesian community, like, they had their own like a little event a few days before, and it was huge. It was like a little mini Met Dobby. I mean, it was like so packed. That community is just like blowing up right now, doing such cool stuff. They're like, I think like number one, like connections and interactions is like United States based, which is not really shocking. But like number two, by a massive margin, is our Indonesian community. They're huge. But,
well, I mean, the reason why you guys do, I mean, there is so many reasons why Meteor does well, but in no small part, it's because of folks like you, because it's so intimidating. Like, what is LPing? Like you guys have built, by my estimation, the best education program in crypto or finance, hands down. This is not me blowing smoke up your ass. There are plenty of things to improve everywhere, but like specifically your education program, and the way that you go about building out that community, I see a lot of similarities to Solana during bear market back in like 2022, 2023. That vibe, it's really hard to describe, but it's like that. It is lightning in a bottle, that as well, like kind of that interaction between people, and you just have the right people, right? Somehow, improbably, you've gotten the exact right people you need from all around the world. And last thing I'll say about why it works so well, aside from the education program, is that there's not a lot of credible opportunities in DeFi to make money, right? Like on a consistent basis. Like, the fuck am I gonna do? Put my stables into some DeFi protocol and jerk off all day? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing really. And of course, that animation when you see a coin that just launched and that adrenaline of watching the price start to move. I mean, the UI for Meteor is just absolutely gorgeous. Like, you've gamified something that in the same way that the LSTs are kind of unsexy. LPing traditionally is very unsexy. You made it sexy, right? It's quite fascinating to see, actually.
Yeah. You know, and I mean, like the education, you know, we've been doing that for a while, and we actually like come through a total overhaul, revamp of it. You know, it started out, man, it was like 2 years ago, boot camp. And you know, I didn't invent boot camp. I took it over probably about the 5th or 6th session of it. But very recently, like, we've had a rebrand. It's all LP Academy, you know, and it's on lparmy.com. You can take that anytime. You know, we've made it, like, broken it up into lessons with quizzes and, you know, all this stuff that you can do on your time whenever. But of course, you know, we're still going to run these monthly sessions, and like, that's what's going on. So we're calling that LP Academy Live, which actually, the day 2, second session of the very first LP Academy Live is today.
It's today. Nice.
Yeah, 5 p.m. UTC. Yeah. So that's happening. You know, we had day 1 yesterday, and of course it's recorded, but we just do this, and, you know, it's a great way. Like, so sometimes people want to ask questions live, right? But
of course,
the other way that we do it, or the other purpose for this is, like, this is how I update the content that's on the site. Like, so we take the live, we clip it up, because, bro, you know, people say nobody ships like Jupiter or whatever. Well, the Meteor team, bro, I'm telling you, they freaking.
What was that attitude?
Yeah,
well, I mean, like, well, everybody's.
And they're doing this, and you know, it's like, I'll make a new course, and then you're like, it's ready, it's shipped, and then they'll put out some new feature. I'm like, oh, damn it, I gotta do this again, you know. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
I could imagine that being a little frustrating, because, like, you've put all this work into making it a very specific way, and then, like, the devs won't stop deving, of course.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I mean, bullish, but also, you absolute motherfuckers.
Yeah, you're right. Well, you know, I'm like, way back then, or like last year, I remember there was this consistent thing. Like, I'm doing boot camp. It's Saturday and Sunday, and then Friday night they ship a new, like, a change, and I'm like,
oh my god,
bro, you know.
Nightmare.
So I'm like up late changing it, but it's all good, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll go ahead and shill this. I've got a couple of great instructors out there, Hashirama and Photon Magic, and so, like, they kind of continue that to give people live instruction in our Discord. And it's usually every Sunday, but they do this right after our live sessions. They get in there and they ask your questions, right? Just live. You know,
so April 25th and 26th. That's so. Is this today as well?
Yeah. Okay,
I see.
Yeah, so that like follows right after we do a live session. They're going to do that, but they do it like just regular Sundays. They pop in there, just in our Discord. We've got a stage. They get in there and they'll answer people's questions. They may show off some cool tips, and it's also great because they'll clip that and make some cool content. You know, because really, LP Academy is like, this is where we're trying to funnel new users to, right? Just like, check this out, cool. Now here, go take our education, and, you know, learn that anybody can LP. You know, and, you know, Crime, bro, he's making some epic content as well. He streams, and he just did a 1 to 100 soul challenge, like, got up to 183. Crime, tell us about this, bro.
So there was a series that I saw, like, a long time ago, like August 2024 is when I started this challenge. It's because Razzer, one of our other creators, did a challenge 1 to 100, he was like halfway through when I started mine, but I saw that it was possible to do basically just using Meteora. Like 95% of the positions I open are all DLMMs. So I did that like undocumented for like a year, and then around this time last year is when I started like the crime channel actually, and started live streaming all of that. So it's like an ongoing challenge. Obviously, it's not like an insane amount of money, but it's just kind of something for people to tune in, see what I'm at for the month. Like I actually got down to like I got up to 193 in March, went down to like 140, and back at 183 recently. So it's just kind of like I just title it that to like clickbait, you know. And
It's sick,
like,
dude.
people, yeah. And so, but it's always like the 1-100 Solana challenge, like complete already. But it's just like, you know, live trading and going over tickers people send and whatnot.
So now I'm gonna ask you, you know, do you LP, bro?
I do.
Yeah.
But for tax purposes, I will not be talking about my activities.
All right, bro. All right. All good. All
Yes,
good.
yes,
What are
yes.
taxes? What are taxes?
I pay my taxes. I pay them fair. I just don't want to advertise.
I mean, what is that word? Is that like Korean or something? I don't.
You got me.
Yeah. All good, dude. All good. All good.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, just curious. Like, are there any other like physical events that you guys are planning for the year? Like, is there anything like Q2, Q3 that like people can be looking forward to? Like, when's the next time that we're gonna get the gang back together?
Well, you know, good question. You know, the team they had met Dobby right before Breakpoint, and that was like absolute insanity. And they already said like, you know, they're not going to be doing an event like that again for 2026, maybe 2027. Don't know. Of course, you know, we'll be going to Breakpoint in London. You know, like myself and Crime, we're going to go to Accelerate in Miami. And there's like one other person, from the Solana ecosystem call, the Meteora ecosystem. Vesper, she's going to be there, but that's like, I mean, that's it. There's not like a Meteora booth or anything at Accelerate.
Yeah, no, we love Vesper. She does great work, and she's also so kind. I mean, she's like criminally kind.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Yeah, super nice.
Like a narrator for like, I don't know, like a documentary or something. Like she's just very well spoken, very nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
British accent. Yeah. For
real.
So the next thing, you know, we talked a whole bunch about Sanctum or whatever. Really kind of like the big thing for the Eno right now is the Soul Brothers, the ecosystem call, you know, that kind of thing. So that's where I want to ask you is like, I think Crime had the same question is, you know, how did you get to tell us about the Soul Brothers pod and how did that evolve into the ecosystem call?
Yeah. So let me preface this by saying that this is not what I thought I'd be doing at 34. I very much thought I'd be working on products. I come from a tech background. I've worked on serious like staking and stablecoin protocols, and now I'm effectively in media. I actually hate being called a KOL, but that kind of more or less seems where I'm headed. I think of myself as, I don't really know what I'm doing with my life, to be completely honest with you. The only thing that I can say for myself is that I've always loved beautiful media. I love beautiful things. I ingest so much content on my own time, whether it be YouTube or Netflix, or I'm a student of movies. There are certain directors like Hiro Murai, who works exclusively with Childish Gambino, aka Donald Glover, is a huge inspiration for me. Favorite shows include Atlanta, Beef, Master of None, Louis C.K. I know he got canceled, but Louis was also fucking phenomenal. Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I mean, like I can talk about movies and television forever. In fact, my parents owned a before we got killed by Blockbuster, a video rental store. So I actually grew up in a video rental store. So I think that's actually where my love for media, for movies and shows comes from, because I just grew up watching TV like basically all day. But I never thought I'd do anything with that. That's just like, I don't know, stuff I like to do. But now with Soul Brothers Pod, I mean, it originally kind of started as like a personal branding thing where I wanted to. It was Simon's idea. It was not my idea. He said, "Do you want to help co-host this podcast?" And I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, why not?" So that banner that you can see is the original iteration of Soul Brothers Pod, and we had an offsite in Istanbul. It was just three of us: Simon, myself, and our video editor, who is core team. In the same way that the designer, C-Dubs over at Sanctum, is part of core team, because what we do is media. Our video editor is not just somebody that we hire. He is someone with stake in the company, and like he matters a lot in everything that we do. He shapes a lot of the decision making, and I think that shows. The point that I'm trying to make is that at this offsite, we had talked about the year and a half of podcasting that we had been doing. That at that point, it had been probably like 80 episodes, like twice a week. It was we never missed a week. And we were like, what do we have to show for it? It's like we have 200-300 people watching on stream every time, which is fine. But if your whole raison d'etre is like, I'm going to grow out a media brand, we were failing at it, very, very hard. Education versus like media, if your media first, is like very, very different bag, right? And for us, we were truly trying to do something different, weird with the media. And so we had just decided that this shit is not working. What is the biggest swing we can take? I had gotten approached last year to do the Solana ecosystem call by a few folks, and I hate this picture because I have no dick, and that's fucked up. It's fucked up.
I need this calendar, bro.
Yeah, but we kind of figured, you know what? Like, what's the fuck it? Let's say yes this time. So
it looks like you did say yes.
This is all. By the way, I want to be really clear here. I do not come up with any of these fucking ideas,
dude.
Right?
It's all Betty. Brilliant, man. I mean, that is absolute genius. So I had to support you. And I absolutely need this right here, dude. Like, I need that in my wallet, just so bad.
Yeah, we're very unserious, and I think that's one quality about Simon and myself that I'm quite happy with, is like, we don't give a fuck, we don't care, and it's okay to, like, we have very low ego. So like if people meme us or make fun of us and the team wants to try out different things, like it's never a no. I think the only thing we said no to was this morning. They wanted to create an AI generated video of an epoxy dildo. And I'm like, no, there's no fucking way we're doing that. That is crazy. With the Solana logo on the tip, I don't think so. All right. Like, I couldn't wrap my head around. I'm like, there's very few red lines that I have, but this is how far we go in the show. And so really what my vision for the Solana ecosystem call is for now is I want it to be indistinguishable from real television. You should watch that show and just watch it because it is genuinely baseline entertaining. And yeah, we'll talk about ecosystem wins. And yeah, we'll talk about why you should be bullish. And yeah, we should talk about all the events in the world. And that's a big part of the show. But you don't watch Jimmy Kimmel or Stephen Colbert or Jon Stewart just for the news segment. You watch them because they're baseline entertaining. We draw a lot of inspiration from SNL as well. So you can see there's a lot of skit work that we do. We just spent 2 days over the weekend filming for 14 hours for what's going to be like a 3-minute bit. Like, that's just a level of care and attention that you just, most people won't do. So we might not be the funniest, we might not be the best actors, we might not be the best writers either, but you won't outwork us. So that's kind of what we're trying to do around here.
No, dude, y'all are like kicking ass and absolutely amazing. And I'll throw this up here. There's a QR code that'll take you to this Luma if you want to join in on the Solana ecosystem call. You can sign up right there. But I mean, I absolutely love like what you're doing, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie that I'm not like taking some tips, from all that. It's like just super cool. You guys are doing amazing shit, and taking that on and over is I'm
Yes.
super impressed.
I resonate.
One.
Okay. I was just gonna say I resonate super hard with your like when you were saying like the beautiful media. Like I agree. Like I've always loved like crypto and trading and stuff, but like really, it's like really cool when you have like a vision or something, how you want something to play out, and something like very distinct. Like no AI obviously could create like ideas from some humans. So I agree with you. I think that's like very inspiring as well, and I think it's like super cool that you guys are working really hard on that. It's awesome.
Yeah, appreciate that. Actually, there's one shout out that I absolutely have to give, and then I'd love to talk about just media and nerd out with you guys if that's okay.
Yeah.
But the first shout, and I'm gonna get a drink real quick. Is it okay if I drink on the show? Is that fine?
Bro,
Okay, cool,
let's
perfect.
do it.
Like 10 a.m. for heavy metal.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Yep, there he goes.
Got my bottle of soju.
Hell yeah, dude.
Cheers, my friends.
Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Cheers.
I feel so left out now.
Yeah, man. Well, you know what they say is you can't drink all day unless you start in the morning. So
I fucking love heavy. But the shout out that I absolutely must give is Cash Donda. It was actually one of the main reasons why we said no to running the Solana ecosystem call last year was because it felt weird. Like this is Cash's show. Like Cash built up the Solana ecosystem call from nothing, right? Like what Cash achieved with that call and his ability to keep the Solana community together during the bear market. It was not. I don't think the Solana ecosystem call was a small part. I think it was one of the main drivers of why the community stayed so strong and stayed bullish, despite the fact that everybody else was calling us idiots for building on. And to be fair, for the optics for Solana in 2023, horrible, right? And Cash like almost single-handedly kept the community together. And so I really just have to give it. I mean, not that he needs my approval, and like it's not that it matters because he's Cash. But
right.
like, yeah, like we are standing on the work of someone who built it for us. And so like Simon and I very much have it on easy mode. And sure, like we have a specific take on that call that's very different from his, but like I'm under no illusion that, you know, we built up this brand. Like this brand has value only because Cash gave it value. And we don't take that responsibility lightly. And so that's why we at some points feels like we're killing ourselves for the show because like we don't want to disappoint the expectations of what this is supposed to be and what it's supposed to do for the ecosystem. And I want to be really clear, this is not the Simon and Nino show. We might be the show runners, but this is the Solana goddamn ecosystem call, all right? Emphasis on ecosystem. And sure, you need someone to run it, you need someone to be the face, you need someone to narrate, but at the end of the day, this is not about us, it's about y'all. And you know, we covered BDR, of course, in our ecosystem wins last ecosystem call. And if you guys got anything, actually, we should have some content discussions later about like how we can incorporate y'all into the show. But that's a topic for another time. But yeah, I just want to really give respect where it's due. Cash is the man, and really do appreciate all that he's done for the ecosystem. And it's a labor of love for sure. The second thing, the comments I wanted to make, or just the what I want to nerd out with you guys with is Hollywood is clearly dying. I have plenty of friends in the industry that I went to college with, and they ended up becoming storyboard artists or character designers or line artists or animators in the industry. And so like I hear a lot of whisper, and even we have our own Dr. Peepee, who is also ex-Hollywood, has worked at DreamWorks, Nickelodeon, like a bunch of different places. And everyone knows that Hollywood is dying. The jobs are leaving, production is going global. A lot of it, some of it has to do with AI, not all of it. And so what's happening now, and my thesis is that we are creating new Hollywood, and new Hollywood is going to be fully distributed, international, AI enabled, and emphasis on enabled. I saw this one video. I will send it to you guys after this chat. But it's a cinematographer who has incorporated AI as a tool into his workflow, and the VFX that he's able to achieve for certain shots blows my damn mind. Like you would need really complex rigging and a crew of at least 5 plus the lighting and the sound design to achieve that one effect that would probably cost $10,000, and now you can do it for $10 in credits. It's just,
Yeah.
and it's a very specific way. We're not saying full AI. We're saying that it is live action. That's what you shoot. That is default, right? But you can do things now with live action footage that you just could never achieve before. Like we have this idea for the ecosystem call where we want to crash through the ceiling, and I don't think we're going to do that bit, not for this one. But in order to create an effect where you crash through the ceiling with traditional production methods, you would need like a false ceiling, and then you'd have to test it and get like a crash pad on the bottom to make sure you don't break any you know what I mean? Like, I'm not Jackie Chan, motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like, just normal dude. And the performances do need to be human driven, human story. There are acting choices that are made in the moment that you just cannot replicate with AI unless you have a very specific vision of how that'll work. And that's so tedious. It's more efficient to shoot it live action. But just last comment I'll say is that, like, just the tools are great. If you are on board with New Hollywood, you can now create, you go live action first, but you supplement your workflow with AI. Just the results you can achieve are scary. It's actually scary good. And I'm so excited for that future.
Right. Well, if you ever need a stunt double, man, just let me know.
Oh, dude, I would love you on the show. I have an idea I want to pitch you to. That's separate from the ecosystem call.
Yeah. So here, like this question, someone is asking, will LP Army be in Miami? Myself and Crime will be there, as well as Vesper from Meteor Ecosystem, but that's it. So yeah, find us, if you are going to accelerate in Miami and you see me, you see Crime, come up, talk to us. We want to make those connections with people. So yeah, come chat with us. But yeah.
Question for both you and Crime. I'd love to get your perspective on this. Like, what is a happy heavy? What is a happy crime look like? This just sounds so weird, but like, what does a happy version of yourselves look like in 5 years' time, right? Like, 5 years is not so long that it's like hypothetical, but like not too short to where you can't accomplish anything, right? So I'm just kind of curious, like, what do you guys want to be doing in 5 years? Like, obviously, you will always be a part of the Meteor family, and LP Army is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and like that's a huge part of the work that you do and what you're passionate about. But just genuinely curious, like directionally, where are you guys trying to head?
So for me, bench 315 because more plates, more dates. Hell yeah. The other thing is, like, I want to be doing Web3 full time, right? Like, I want to do this like all the time. I mean, I spend like, what I do for the LP Army as the LP Army lead, the education, all of that. It's a part-time job with full-time hours, right? Yeah. It enables me to do some things, but it doesn't completely pay all the bills, right? Because I live in the United States and it's fucking hella expensive, right? It's not like somebody in Indonesia where like $300, that's a monthly salary. For me, that's a week of groceries, So that's really where I want to be, is just like doing this. Like, I want to keep traveling, going to the events. And, I've seen, like, I know, like, there's some people like yourself and Simon and Cash, like, they're constantly traveling, and you reach a certain point where it's like maybe a little bit of burnout, or just like, because like you kind of retired from seeing, for the most part, right? And you absolutely killed it at Cat Lumpur. But, I mean, is that kind of like what happened to you? It's just like, I got to slow down. This is too much, or?
Before I answer that question, I'm just kind of curious, like, Crime, what are you trying to do? Like, where you want to be in 5 years?
Yeah. Honestly, I think that the crypto space is really cool, but like my whole vision when I started being like public on camera and everything was to make trading and like all financial information more transparent, because like I got into it because I was like scrolling TikTok, and I saw like a bunch of TikTok streamers just like pumping and rugging like 60K market cap tokens. And I was like, all right, like there needs to be like someone that is giving like real information. And also it was like the not that I was inspired by TJR, but I saw that he had some sort of like appeal to the new generation coming up, and all that TJR would actually preach is like just more like streaming content, and then he'd be like, oh, this is how you trade futures, but again, not anything, not any like real edge or information, just recycled garbage that you could find on the internet. You know what I mean? And like Meteora, the reason why I had done so much content on Meteora is because it provides such a heavy edge when you're trading meme coins. And it's crazy to me that like a lot of trenchers don't use it or don't know how. Like people that have way bigger P&Ls than me don't know how to use this super powerful tool. And yeah, so I want to become a figure that gives transparent information, and keep making, like, I think it'd be super cool to get into like animation production, visual effects. Like I mess around like, After Effects. Like I spent like 40 hours on like the one intro for my channel, and it like didn't even look that good. But like anything like that, like Freddie, did you ever watch Freddie W on YouTube back in the day?
No, I haven't. No.
He did like VGHS. I don't know if you guys remember that, but he was just like early pioneer.
Freddie Wong. Yeah, of course. No, of course I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did the fight scene. Yeah, Freddie
Wong.
That
was like a huge influence on me growing up. So like, if I could like somehow turn the path to get there, would be sick, and make that sort of content or something. But we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, it's so easy to okay, sorry. It's not easy at all, but it's possible if you have a product you believe in, right? Like, because there's a lot of folks, I feel like they're well-intentioned, but they're all gas, no substance. And part of the problem is just structural. They don't have anything to rep that truly is just baseline useful and positive for the world. I'll say this unequivocally. Meteora is baseline positive for the world. The world is a better place because it exists. It changes lives, right? And when you experience it yourself and also are able to give that gift to other people, again, it doesn't make your job easy, but like it makes your job just baseline like possible, right? Whereas other folks, I'm sure that they would love to do something this mission oriented, but they just don't know. They don't know any better. And so like you guys remind me a lot of this kind of like Gen Zero Solana core from back in the day that kept it together, and not only kept it together, but now Solana is like a global phenomenon. Like nobody can deny it's the everything chain. It does everything in literally any regard, like consumer products, the DeFi side, community work, content. I mean, like every single literal miniature detail you can think of, Solana does it, right? And I don't see any reason why Meteora, with the right people, and that's you folks, can create a very similar momentum, and not only that, probably even subsume or exceed whatever Solana does. In fact, Solana, in the long game, we talk 50 years time, and I know that seems crazy, right? But is just AWS. It's Azure. It's server tech, right? It's the infrastructure. But you shouldn't be talking about the fucking infrastructure. Like, why the hell would I be talking about Amazon Web Services? This is stupid, right? About the stuff that's built on it. So, like, there's actually legitimately zero reason. In fact, many more reasons why the work that you guys do should be bigger and better than what Solana does long-term, long-term futures. Anywho, to answer your question, Heavy, about event work, I scammed my wife. I totally scammed her. I got married. Gosh, was it 2022? And I immediately started going on the conference circuit, like within like a few months of getting married. And so what my personal life looked like, and we had been together at that point for 7 years. So, I mean, we'd been together for quite a while, got married, left. And I was only home like, 100 days of the year. The other 200 days of the year I was traveling. We were just separated. And our marriage got to a point where, and we have a wonderful relationship. And even when we were having that difficult time, it wasn't so much that we never entertained divorce or anything, but it was very much this feeling of, she was communicating to me very clearly, like, I get that you're chasing your dreams. I respect that, but also like, I exist and I need you to be here, right? So that's and that conversation finally came to to a head last year, and that's why I made the decisions that I made. I know that politicians was like, I'm leaving to spend more time with my family. Well, it really was a situation where I needed to spend more time with my family because it was a motherfucking problem.
Yeah, legit. I mean, like doing the, the international travel and like constant moving, whatever. I mean, that is definitely more geared to the single person, married life. I mean, I see Simon, and he's and I've met your wife. They go out, whatever, but then you go to the event and you're doing the thing, and so like she's got to sit backstage or off to the side or whatever, and or like you're not spending that time with them. But like I said, there's no place like home, right?
Yeah. That's why. I mean, no one's ever commented on it, but like I do think she is a little bit I'm a little self-conscious too. It's like, why are you bringing your wife to events, right? And it's like, I have to, otherwise this is going to be a problem for my relationship. But fun fact, there's a Solana wives club. It exists, and so they all kind of hang out and chill. It's a mixture of wives and girlfriends, but yeah, they all know each other, and like while the boys are doing. Because come on, you guys know what it's like at events, man. It's all like you have like a plan for the day that it never goes according to plan. It's just like completely fucking random. What would you do? Beer and LP first. Agreed.
Yeah, Tick. One clip ticks in the chat out here. Beer and LP first. Right on, dude. We have a couple of things. I mean, we're at 53 minutes. A couple of things that I wanted to show that's going on. I'm just going to change gears just for a second here. That we got to show. We have. Let's see, where is it? Here we go. We just completed a bid ask competition.
Ooh.
Yeah, had 5 winners that won some USDC. Bundle Upon You, Singapore. I can't pronounce all these names, but basically what people did was using the bid ask strategy in LP. They came up with something, made a post, did a competition to show like how they won, right? Like here, this P&L, $149. Okay, it's only $149. But the percentage on this was 226%. Bro. I mean, that is absolutely amazing. Like here, 173%. What people are doing here, and I mean, this is bear market, guys. Bear market. Just like absolutely goated shit. And I love the
P&L.
The custom P&L cards, dude.
Yeah, there's sick.
Yeah, shout out to Alex. He's the guy. He's one of the LP Army leads who he runs the LP Army website. He's a creator of Metlex tool that everybody does, and he's the OG goat for like the P&L cards. Like this is a custom one that he made for Katlampur. But just like absolute cool shit. So congrats to those winners for that. And we have one more thing here that I really wanted to show off. And
is it a shirt?
No.
You're gonna wear one?
What's a shirt? I don't have any shirts. I burned them all. The team shipped this really cool thing. Launch pools. They went and made this even easier. Like creating pools has always been fairly easy, but they've made it even better. But they've made this a UI for launch pads. Before you had to do that programmatically, or you had to get somebody to help you, or whatever. Now anybody can go out there. You've got a token. You don't have to know how to code. You can your own launch pool right here. So configurable, so cool. I mean, this to me is just like super based of example of how this team ships. So absolutely freaking hard. You know, when I was thinking, just like, okay, you know, this is done, dude. It's never done. You know, they just like. And like ship the next thing, and it absolutely blows my mind the stuff that they come up with. But this is just like made it so cool that like anybody can launch. Anybody can launch.
Yeah. I mean, like even being able to LP using a chart versus looking at it's these small things that seem kind of small, but they're actually giant in terms of what's possible for adoption. Because I mean, let's be honest, right? I mean, you're trying to get. It's so much harder to teach someone how to LP using the old style versus the new style. I mean, the new style is just superior in every single conceivable way. It's how people think naturally about price charts and how to set ranges and how to put your liquidity. I mean, it just makes so much more sense, much richer context. So yeah, you guys are absolutely fucking killing it. Like, congratulations to your team, honestly.
Yeah, hey man, absolutely. Okay, so all right, it is now time for a special segment that we do every week, the big crime of the week. Crime, take it away, my brother. What have you got on deck for us this week, brother?
So I'm actually, before we get into any chart sharing, I'm going to recruit Eno actually to talk about the kelp situation, because he probably knows a little bit more than I do. He said it was old news a little bit, but I'm actually interested to just kind of hear about what went on with that.
Yeah, sure. So I won't dive too deep into the specifics because one, I've made this mistake before and I've said things on camera that were just like categorically false. So this is going to be more of a general vibe of the situation, right? My understanding is that on Ethereum, Aave, which is the largest DeFi protocol not just on Ethereum and crypto, right, suffered a major exploit through Kelp DAO, right? And essentially what happened is, are you guys familiar with restaking?
Yeah,
it's like you're taking liquid staking tokens and then you're staking the liquid staking tokens, which like to me, like I've never really understood that narrative. It kind of
it is crazy. I did it.
Yeah, I can't really quite wrap my head around the implications of restaking. So this is where my knowledge gets a little fuzzy. And like we tried this with Fragmetric on Solana, it did not work. And no disrespect to Fragmetric, it just didn't like. The data will show you that. But Ethereum, they were able to do this, build up a bit of a restaking ecosystem. And so what happened was people stake for Ethereum, but instead they get liquid staking tokens. They take those liquid staking tokens, and they deposit into a protocol. Now that protocol was Kelp DAO, right? Now the exact nature of that exploit and how the North Koreans motherfucking Shiba Seki did it, like how they fucking hacked it, I got no fucking clue. But they were able to launder quite a bit of funds from not launder, but they were able to take quite a bit of funds from Kelp DAO and then route it to different L2s, and they have a lot of different routes. Arbitrum, thankfully, froze I think to the tune of $86 million that they froze, if I remember correctly.
Did you say million or billion?
Million.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah, 86 billion would be. I mean, what? So yeah, it's like, how is Aave involved? I mean, at some point, it's like you get the liquid staking token, you deposit it into Aave, and then you as collateral, and then you're borrowing against Aave, and then you're for another liquid staking token, and then restaking it into Kelp. And so yeah, there was some sort of exploit there. But yeah, the North Koreans are currently on a roll. Just now, Scallop on Sui just a couple of hours ago got hacked. So, and this is all enabled by AI. They're able to, I don't know what exactly they're doing, but they clearly are systematically cleaning house. And it really sucks to see, like, we have not kept up with the pace of innovation of crime.
Yeah. The DPRK hackathon is in session.
That is like the best shit I've heard. DPRK hack.
That might be the funniest thing I've heard all week. The DPRK.
Actually, someone said it in my chat, so I can't take credit for the joke, but I laughed out loud when I saw it.
That is so funny, dude.
I mean, hey, it's really easy to steal money when your family's livelihood is on the line, right? Like
Very
literally,
true.
there was a incident where I think it was a FIFA World Cup qualifying match or game. I don't quite remember the details, but it was a soccer match between North Korea and Brazil, I think. And Brazil, it was like 10-0. And if you know anything about soccer, like that never happens. That is a real embarrassment. And some of those soccer players were never seen again. Like, I'm being serious. Like, that is what.
That's crazy.
It's like it's a joke, but like, bro, they straight up like fucking sent these people to labor camp or killed them because they fucked up on live television. Like, that's. Yeah, I mean,
I've watched like every story, or not everyone, but I've watched a lot of stories from all like the defectors from North Korea. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I used to teach English to. This is my early 20s, but I used to teach English to a couple of North Korean folks who had defected.
Oh, really?
And, I met them through a church program. Yeah.
Wow.
They often go to Christian churches because they are safe havens and they're places where they can find other defectors. It's look, man, like, sorry, I'm gonna get a little philosophical or political here. I don't really know, but like, we are so fucking lucky. I know that, like, I mean, like, contrary to popular belief, I am not rich. Okay, I know it might look that way or whatever, but like, I'm pretty broke, right? And that. I don't get paid a lot for the stuff that I do, and man, I drink way too much soju. But like, I don't ever discount my privileges at all. I mean, like the being able to travel and do the work that we do, like we're talking on a stream with the homies. Like, this is what we do. Like, what greater privilege is there than this? This is just amazing, right? And some people are just born into great misfortune. And being born in North Korea is, by my estimation, one of the worst things that can happen to you. Hope I don't get suicided by the DPRK, but I don't know. It's just I really feel for them, and it's a tough situation. And there's billions of stories all around the world of people's situations, but I count our blessings for sure, because like what we do is infinitely better than having to hack protocols.
It's horrific over there. It really is.
Yeah, legit. I mean, I just say, like, I feel lucky that I get to do this, right? And like where I am with this, and I keep telling myself, is like, bro, you're just a dumbass in a cowboy hat, and one of these days they're gonna figure out that I'm a dumbass and let me go. So I was like, okay, I'm in for the ride for however long it goes, for whatever. Oh shit, Simon is in the fucking chat, dude. What's up, my brother, man? What's going on? Oh, we got to get him on soon. And I don't know if he's gonna come to Miami, but if he comes and we get to do
he's going. Yeah, he's going.
He's going? Okay, all right. Yeah, Simon, I don't know. But if you want to do a gym sesh, fucking in. Anyway, crime. You're still on, brother. What else? What other crimes going on?
Sorry, we got distracted. It wasn't at. I didn't. Maybe it was because I took like a few days off this week, but I didn't see as much. 1 second. I didn't see as many like blatant crime tickers.
Can we not talk about? Come on, guys. Are we not allowed to talk about it?
Talk about what?
You guys know. Come on.
We don't.
Ben. Pasternak. We can't talk about that. We can't talk about. I mean, if we can't talk about it because domestic abuse is really fucking serious and like that's really a downer, then that's fine. But
we should talk about it. We should talk about it,
dude.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with what's going on with that. Oh my god. Yeah. You got to go through this. Holy crap!
That shit is. I don't delight in this at all.
I've been seeing, it's obviously not something to joke about, but I have been seeing a lot of memes about this. Yes, this happened. So this is another outside of the chart crime. I guess there doesn't need to be too much commentary on that, but unfortunate situation for both of them. I hope it works out. Anyways, going into some of the tokens, we can talk about Asteroid again. This is kind of like a long time coming at this point, just because the Ethereum version is still at 130 mil with a top of 204 mil, and actually, I was LPing this one. This was the bags version of Asteroid. There's literally been like 3 different tokens on Solana for Asteroid. This came out, and I was actually LPing this right here, and I had a range down to like maybe like near the bottom. It dumped almost to the bottom because someone hacked the mom's Twitter account whose child passed away for this, and they hacked their Twitter account and put in a CA for pump fund, and it ran. And I should have stayed in here. I actually cut for like a tiny loss, because I should have just known that the account was hacked. Like the tweet that was made was like so blatantly not the actual mom. It was like, hey, I'm only launching it here. Anyways, so this ended up rugging briefly. This was actually not a bad play to be in. Good LP here. The fee generation was actually pretty high. And I got back in for this, and then it has turned out to run all the way to 6 mil. So I'm probably going to keep an eye on this week.
Rug me daddy.
I had no idea what that sound quip was. I thought that came from outside my door.
Rug me daddy.
But yeah, that's
dude, memes on Ethereum blow my fucking mind, dude. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, if only there was something like Meteor on Ethereum, I might bridge over and play this.
This is a boomer chain, dude.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, like, even looking at the response from Ethereum Foundation versus Solana Foundation with regards to KelpDAO and Aave, it's kind of nuts, right? It's like, yeah, Solana, we're known as the degen chain, right? And I think they took strategically, they took a if I were to imagine what were the internal conversations over at Solana Foundation, I think they took a page out of Tether's playbook, right? Because think about Tether's reputation pre and post Drift hack, right? Like pre, it's all like nobody even talks about Tether ever, like on Solana, and now it's kind of like, you know, like they're the hero in the story. They $150 million recovery fund for Drift is huge for Drift users who were affected by the hack, and so it's, I think, a very calculated move. Like nothing is ever truly altruistic, even though I think that there are a lot of good intentions there, and some of them are strategic. But yeah, it's like you know, Foundation is really coming out as the hero in this situation. You know, help essentially providing like I don't know what the terms are. No fucking idea, but really smart move, and also good for our ecosystem. It's not good for the world. So yeah, I mean, there's crime of the week, but there's also like there's I mean, it's hard to say there's a silver lining in a situation as crappy as this, but yeah, there are silver linings. There are heroes to the story, and fortunately, Solana is they made the moral decision, and it matters right in this moment, because right now DeFi sentiment is, let's be honest, guys, right? It's bad. It's like very bad.
Yeah.
Why would you? I would never recommend my mother to put money in crypto. Like not in DeFi, not right now. Like
really,
like maybe, not right now. Like not at this moment. Like I don't know who's next. Like that's really what it feels like, and it's so
fair.
And that's talking as and like look, LP on Meteora, like that's a little. My relationship with Meteora is different. Jupiter is also different. Just like kind of my own personal history with the folks involved. So, but like generally speaking, if I don't know you, the founders directly, and I don't know about your OPSEC, and I don't know like not that I know your OPSEC, but that I don't know that you have the presence of mind to pay attention to those details. You know, I'm not going to be recommending that to anybody. How can I, right? Like, I don't want that on my conscience. You know, you lost your life savings because I recommended 10% APY on some, you know, stablecoin lending play, and then, you know, who knows who's next. So yeah, it's a scary time. It's a scary time. All in on Henry.
Tix, man, he's like degenning and drinking. He's having a good time. But you know, it's like, well, okay, so the positive that has come out of this is that, you know, there's a lot of protocols, you know, Meteor and others, whatever. It's like anytime when these happen, they go and review their, you know, their security or whatever. You had Vercel, you know, got hacked, right? Recently, like the last week or whatever. And so it's like, you know, immediately, like the Meteor team, you know, they check, you know, we're solid. They rotate their keys. They do all these things to get in it. And, you know, it got me thinking about, someone mentioned something about, you know, because there's so many people right now vibe coding, right? And they're making all these like really cool tools, right? You know, and they're like, there's amazing stuff coming out there, and it's empowering people who are, you know, like not a dev. You know, I know enough about programming to know that I don't want to fucking do it, right? Like code, I would not have all this hair if I was a dev, you know, just like trying to pure code. But there's been like some things like, man, I just want to do this little thing. I'll fire up Claude and it can do it. But when, you know, like they just made some shit, right? And you don't necessarily just take and assume that what somebody else has got. Like if it's something that's like is going to interact with your wallet or whatever, you know, do you know this is secure? Has it been audited? And probably not, you know. So that's, you know, I'm not just going to go,
Trust me, daddy.
You know, just trust me, you know. You can't do that. So it's like you really got to have that mindset, security first, you know, because otherwise, next thing you know, you're living under a bridge in a cardboard box.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm very comfortable making this endorsement, and I want to say this unequivocally. Meteora, by my estimation, is one of the most, if not the most, security-focused teams on Solana. I can't explain this why, but what I'll say is that like the team puts a lot of care and intention, and it goes beyond. It goes beyond. Actually, even more than just care and attention, it's competence. They're competent, and so like I have supreme faith in what Soju and Mir and Zen and the Malcolm, the entire team, Vesper, y'all folks. I mean, I'm very proud to rep Meteora, and I know that I'm not really in the Meteora ecosystem, but like, trust me, I pay attention to everything that y'all do, and I am very D11 with the stream on is perfect. But yeah, I'm very proud to be able to count amongst the people that I work with, y'all folks, honestly, because like it's a pleasure, and I can't say that for everybody in the ecosystem, you know, not Meteora for sure. I rep that hardcore, all day.
Right on, dude. Love it.
Good feed tech.
Good feed tech.
Real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to interject because Tick says something about Henry Threeben. I just looked it up, and this I'm going to share real quick. The lore on this is actually crazy because it's like the lore here is like an account. It's like time traveling. So basically,
this was crazy.
Cole Allen, I haven't been paying attention. I haven't been on the internet the past like day, so I missed everything, I guess. But I guess suspect White House correspondent dinner shooting. Cole Allen, this Twitter account tweeted Cole Allen December 21st of 2023. And if you go to his page, there was an article from 2022 right? The same header, and now they're looking at it. It like fits when you overlay like the Trump picture on it.
Holy shit!
So
That's
it's kind of
wild.
weird.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean,
I just like briefly glanced, but
yeah, I mean, this is very easily explained. There are trillions of things that happen on the internet, and so a broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah.
But you cannot deny that it is. So, I got chills when I saw that. Like,
oh, you saw this already?
and- oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you know, I hope the president is okay, despite our political differences. Violence is never acceptable as a solution in our democracy. And again, like reasonable people can disagree, but violence is never the answer.
Right.
But this specific thing, which is like a random article with some art that was generated, you know, years ago, and then it like almost perfectly overlays with the Trump fight, the iconic moment where he survived his first, or I think his first assassination attempt. And it's on an account that tweeted Cole Allen is spooky. It's not, I mean, if you really believe in time machines, I don't know what to tell you, but like, but it is so, it's nuts. It's
very
what the
odd.
fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
eerie.
it's so weird.
Yeah,
Very
I
odd.
didn't even know about this one.
Yeah, this
But
is
you know,
weird.
like I've said this before, is like one of the things that like is amusing to me is meme coins are like a source of global news, right? Like I found out about Trump getting shot out because there was a token called ear. And then Trump, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Right? You know, like I found out about Charlie Kirk getting assassinated because of the token. Now that's not to say like, I mean, there's some fucked up people. They'll create a token for anything, but it's like global fucking news source. You know, like that's how this stuff comes out. You know, but that's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
apparently, it's the runner of the day according to
Yeah,
Tick.
it is. It is. I haven't even looked. Good for Takes for being early on that. I'm sure it's pretty good feed generation.
Yeah.
But anyways, I just wanted to pop in with that. I was
Dude,
probably
it's like, I mean, I don't even know what to. I mean, it's just it's so like even like I like my rational brain, the thinking brain, like knows what the answer is, right? But then the human part of me is like,
Yeah.
like what? Like
Yeah.
you know, you can't make this shit up. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, 100%. All right, guys, we are at 11:20.
yeah.
And I have LP Academy live in like 40 minutes. So let's do we have any crime? Do you have any final like questions or anything you want to ask this absolute goat that came on our stream today?
No, I think it was like I enjoyed all the information. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I'd love to
Very
talk
insightful.
more, but nothing that's going to be, brief.
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah,
all
I
good.
mean, it doesn't even seem like an hour and a half to me. I feel like we just, it feels like we've been talking for like 20 minutes or something like that. But yeah, the time really flew by. It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's a party here. That's what we try and do. You know, we try not to get too deep, but also fun and informative. And
Wait,
next
is
week,
it with the thumbs or without the thumbs? Which one is it?
it's actually without this. This
Okay.
is sign language for "I love you,"
Mhm.
right?
Oh,
So, and then that is like metal, right? So
yeah.
people go either way, you know, whatever. I don't know if you've ever heard of baby metal, but they actually do it
Yes.
like that.
Yes.
Dude, baby metal kicks ass. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. They probably fucking roll harder than you. So I'm just saying, man. Like they have some badass music. They rock.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's the standard. Next week we got a super special guest. None other than Mir from the Meteor team.
Hey, we love beer. Oh, beer's the fucking best.
Mir is absolutely fucking amazing, dude. You know,
It's
like
nice. He's just like a nice, decent human being. Like he's just a cool dude. Like you know what I mean? Like
oh no, legit, dude. He is you know, for a long time he was kind of like that go between from the team and the LP Army, you know, especially with the leads, myself, Mario, and Alex, you know, we were like constantly talking to him. And I mean, he started out as like the ex-intern. And now I think he's like running ops and shit over there. Or he's just like he's an absolute goat, you know. But he encourages and you know does all these things, and I mean he will boost you all day, right? It's just like absolute base god. So next week 3 p.m. UTC, Sunday, don't fucking miss that. It's gonna be awesome. Having Mir on, and it'll be right before me and Crime head to Miami. Hell yeah. Bro, there is a gym there out there on Miami Beach that I hope to go to. It's called Gymage, and they actually they encourage people to come take pictures, stream, you know, like influencers. They're like, bro, bring your film crew. And I'm like, I need to do a stream from here. I mean, it's kind of wild because there's a lot of people in the gym just like, bro, I'm here to work out. You know, don't put me on camera or whatever. So it's like a total different shift. But I was like, man, that might actually be fun. So, you know, we'll see what happens. But that's cool as hell.
Sure.
So,
but you know, you guys got a really good show here, and I really appreciate y'all inviting me. It's been a lot of fun, honestly. I just want to say thank you. I hope I get invited someday. Would love to hang out again.
Oh, dude, 100%, man. I you know, like I mean, you know, I know so many people in the space now, but like. You're one of my favorites. I mean, one of the first people that I actually met, you know, and it's still to this day, it blew my mind because, you know, I meet you and you act like I was the big deal. And I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
You were a big deal. What the fuck, dude? Relax.
Well, but, you know, I mean, I thank you. But, you know, it was just like so overwhelming, you know, to me at the time. I was just like, holy shit, you know, but.
You know, we're all just like people, dude. Like,
you
know what I mean? Like, we just you know, like just drink soju, chill. Like, we just people at the end of the day. And like, I really, you know, y'all are really good people. So I'm just happy to be here, honestly.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, I've heard that too. Someone's just like, I'm like, bro, why didn't you come and talk to me at this event? And they're like, oh, you look like you're busy. I'm like, man. Just come talk to me, man.
Right? You know? Just people, dude. Like, I mean, there are a couple of people, I mean, in every industry, not just Solana, but every industry who are a little too big for their britches and they think they're better than everyone else. Fuck those motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, I can't be bothered to hang out with them. If they think they're hot shit, then like, cool. Like,
yeah.
Miss me on that. Real quick.
Right. Yeah, for real. Yeah. Okay. We have any final thoughts before we kick out?
LP on Meteora, motherfuckers.
Hell yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, bullish. I got a brand new song, you know, that I put out, LP Academy. The song and video. It debuted yesterday during the beginning of LP Academy, and I'll get it posted to YouTube, but it's like the video it was I think it's a banger, but and I do rock out to my own music, but I think it's a banger. We'll see that. I don't want to sit here and play it on this call, but you know, y'all check that out. And again, LP Academy, do it, man. What's stopping you? It's totally free, and you could change your life. And really, it's like one of the best ways right now in this market to go out there and like still make money.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. Well, Eno. Thank you, brother.
Thank you
for coming on. Thank you so much. Crime, always badass. It's always good to see you, brother. Can't wait for next week. We will rock out with our ending song that kicks ass too. Y'all, we'll see you next week, right here at 3 p.m. UTC.
Pleasure. Thank you, Eno.
Yep.
Nice meeting you.
Adios, guys. Take it easy.
Hell yeah. See ya.